Hi guys, Damaddok82 here. I'm going to be starting up a Tank Squadron tournament here soon, and probably going to need a spawn stick to be able to do this tournament. So I am going to do a tutorial video here so I can show you guys how it's done. So let's get started. Now keep in mind where the front of this thing is at all times. I'll show you why here later, but it's very, very important that you do that. Alright, so it doesn't matter really what material that you make this out of, but it is going to need to sit on the ground level, so that's why I'm adding this little extra bit here. Normally you may not even need something like this because you would start at the quest for neater and all you need, this would just be like floating in the water, but since we're on land, I want something that's going to be able to keep this a little bit square and level right now. So anyway, now that we got that, I want to put a little thing like that there so that way we have a place for our aircraft to spawn. Alright, so let's go to miscellaneous and we want sub-vehicle spawners. This one is going to go all the way up here. And we're going to put 5 of these because that's how many vehicles that we're going to need for this tournament. And if you look at these little arrows right here, this is telling you what direction the vehicle that is attached to these sub-vehicle spawners are going to be facing. Okay, so now we're going to go in here and we're going to go and grab the docking station. We'll just want the 1 meter one. And we'll just put them like right next to them, like so. There. Now then, we are going to need vehicles to attach to this. And I highly recommend that you guys do them one at a time. Otherwise, you're going to get confused with what's going where. So, let's get in. I think I want to do a flak tank first. All right, we got that in there. Now we go back out to the map and we merge these together as one force. Make sure that our spawn stick is the flagship. Looks like we have everything correct right now. Very good. Okay, and now that they're in the same group, we can add them to sub-vehicle spawner. And there, so yeah, whenever this is spawned in, the flak tank will appear right here in front of it. And that's basically how it's going to work with all the other craft here. So let's get a sudden Odin tank. And we're going to do the same here. Except I want the azimuth to make this thing face forward like so. And we're going to add it to the fleet. Merge that once again. And you absolutely had to have these merged into a fleet, otherwise you won't even see your vehicles in this list here. And we're going to put another Son of Odin over here. Do it the same way. There we go. Now this one I think we'll have to have azimuth at -90 to make it face the correct direction. Yep, there we go. And we'll confirm that selection, the Sun Odin Mark II. Now I want to bring in one of my tank destroyers. Which one do we want to use? Panzerkampf. There we go. Now that's added. And let's make sure that they're all in the same fleet. There we go. Looking at the wrong thing there. We go back over to our sub-vehicle spawner. There we go. So you can kind of see how you could get these confused, like since these two tanks have exactly the same name. I suppose you could probably name them a bit differently so you know which side they go on. But to me, it just seems easiest to try to just bring them in one at a time and attach them. Now let's see here, some kind of plane here. Here we go, Death Harmonic Mark II, that'd be completely fine. Nope. Go back to our spawn stick here. And we're going to come here. And we're going to tractor in our Death Harmonic Mark II. There we go. And now let's make sure that they're all in the same fleet. Listening. Now let's go to the sub-vehicle spawner and bam. That's the last of the vehicles that we're adding to this. Now then, need to do the ACBs for this. Okay, so to do the ACBs, whoops, wrong button. We're going to go in here, we're going to go to control, we're going to select ACB, and for right now we're just going to put one down. Now don't bother to use this enemy or target because that means your spawn stick will have to have an AI, and that's just going to cause all kinds of problems that I'm not going to get into, just trust me on it. So we're wanting start with a delay of 1 second, target action. Let's see here. Movie. Docking stations, good. That's what we're looking for. And we'll have it release all assigned vehicles. Okay. Now let's just save this. Okay. So let's spawn it in and see what happens. And after a second, it should release all the craft. If it destroys the spawn stick, that's no big worry whatsoever. It kind of needs to go away anyway. And now let's go and test it. Make sure that it absolutely is doing what we need it to do. So we're going to go to main menu, single player. Going to see if this works in the custom battle setup. That looks okay. Give them some materials. Where are you? Here we go. And this is set up specifically for these rules, so yeah, this may not work for you. Okay, so let's go in and start. And we're going to pause it real quick. As you can see, they are both facing each other correctly. This actually gave me a little bit of grief first time around because I accidentally made this backwards. So everything was facing that direction when it needed to be facing this one. But that's okay, we got it worked out this time. So let's see what happens. Oh, that anti-aircraft tank got its turret knocked out, it looked like. But yeah, I think you guys can kind of see how this works now. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments and I will do my best to answer them as soon as I can. So with that said, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like what you've seen here today, please let me know with a like, comment, or even better, subscription. You guys have yourselves a hell of a day and keep your aim high. Later, guys.